everyone, and welcome to another video reaction for Okay, Here Is the Story. I am Brent. So this was going to be a little longer today. This is me reacting to my friend Amy Kent. She considers herself a liberal, and she's reacting to People So Stupid, which I just did a reaction to this one not far back. And I love this song, Tom McDonald. People So Stupid. And anyway, she reacts to it. I talked to her last weekend. I said, would you care if I react to your reaction? And she's like, no, go ahead. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm reacting to her reaction. Let's just see, for her being a liberal and me being a conservative, let's see how close we are and how we feel. So okay, let's get into it. You guys, before we get into it, you know the drill. Please like, share, subscribe. We're on our way to 1,000 subscribers. Please, please, please help me get there. Okay, here we go. Amy Kens, a liberal reacts to People So Stupid. I'm sorry, I love this video. Okay, here we go.
What is good, YouTube? Hey, we're at it again. We are starting political season, you know, with the debacle or the debate or whatever you want to call it. The fighting over who can play golf better that just happened. Okay, don't we have any better candidates besides the two that are running right now?
Yeah.
Hey, if you vote for who you vote for, no, I don't care. You do you, you know? That's why we have a free country.
Yeah.
You vote who you think's right. I vote for who I think's right.
Yeah.
And may the popular candidate win. I don't know. But I just figured, you know what? This is a perfect time to do People So Stupid because that's the season we're headed in. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm in the mood for some controversial Tom. I'm just in the mood for it. So let's have at it. Now, with that said, obviously, I love people. I don't think everyone's stupid. There are stupid people out there.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be where I'm at on this channel without the likes of the Hog fam and, you know, my other friends as well. And I just want to say thank you for that. Like, from the bottom of my heart, like, it means a lot to me. And I really appreciate the support I've gotten, especially as a liberal in a conservative circle. It's not my space. It's not my circle. It's your crowd, your space. But you've invited me in. You've welcomed me in. And I just want to say thank you to that. That's really
I will say, oh wait, hold on, I gotta get
cool.
I gotta get a better picture of her because last time I paused on when her eyes were closed and she's like, why did you do that? That triggers me. Anyway, Amy has a good heart. I'm telling you, she's got the biggest heart and she's so full of love. And, you know, I will have a link to her channel. Please go over and show her some love. Let her know I sent you. She's a preacher, and she does her pastoral stuff all volunteer. She doesn't get paid for any of that. And she's just got the biggest heart of anybody that you will ever meet. And it shocked me how big her heart is when I got to know her, when I sat down and got to know her. So, okay, so let's get back into this.
I have an ambitious goal this month, and my goal is to hit 10,000 subscribers. And I'm at about 5,500 now, a little over 5,500, which means I got, you know, 4,500 or so to go in, you know, less than a month. Now, I think we can do this because, you know, I've had 20,000 views on my videos. I've had, you know, comments. I know there's people out there.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is hit the subscribe button. So if you guys can do that, that would be a blessing to me.
Yeah.
If not, I mean, that's cool too, but it would be really cool to help grow this channel. With that said, let's see what black-eyed, you know, diamond tooth, Hog Tom has to say about people being so stupid. I kind of waited on this one. I was like, oh, I gotta be in the right mind frame, head space for this one. But it's Tom, so I rock with Tom. Let's go. Let's see what he does.
Hi, I'm praying that the world changes soon. Can't get a doobie on a plane, but there's Uzis in our schools. Every dude who touch.
I mean, look at the news channel host. She's like crazy, and she's like, listen, you can. I remember I was flying to Detroit to do a conference.
Okay.
I was teaching there, and I landed in. It was. I flew from Portland. I think I landed in Texas, or I don't remember what it was. I think it was Texas. And then took a connecting flight to Detroit. And I swear, when I got on that plane that was headed to Detroit, it just smelled like weed. It was just the whole plane smelled like weed. I was looking for Snoop Dogg. I'm like, where's the dude at? Because it was so bad. But let's start this over because he's talking about, can smoke a doobie on a plane, but you got Uzis in the schools. I mean, that's a real deal.
Yeah,
that's a real sensitive topic.
Yeah.
Let's do this again.
Hi! I'm praying that the world changes soon. Can't get a doobie on a plane, but there's Uzis in our schools. Every dude who touched a.
That's right. You can't get a doobie on a plane, but there's Uzis in the school.
Praying that the world changes soon. Can't get a doobie on a plane, but there's Uzis in our schools. Every dude who touched a boob or a booty getting me too. What you expect from the kids who went to Hooters after school? We're all triggered.
Okay, I'm going to pull up the lyrics on this one just because I want to make sure I can hear what is being said.
Yeah, I've done that before. I've done that
pull
before.
This over here.
I've had the lyrics printed.
Put this back up here. Tom McDonald. Sorry, guys. Tom McDonald. People so stupid. Lyrics. Let's see what he's got to say here. Okay. I just want to make sure I'm hearing what he's saying. So let's do this.
That's okay, Amy. We've all done that.
Give me 1 second, guys. I'm so sorry about this. We'll get this dialed in. Okay. One more time. Sorry.
Hi! I'm praying that the world changes soon. Can't get a doobie on a plane, but there's Uzis in our schools.
Right.
Every dude who touched a boob or a booty getting me too. What you expect from the kids who went to Hooters after school? We're all triggered and defensive. We're all racist and we're sexist. We all grew up watching South Park. How are we offended? Now being fat is beautiful. Name a thing that you can do. Jumping jacks, run a mile, live past 42. Man, it used to be cool to just flip a bird.
Dude, Tom. Tom, you want the hate, don't you? You want it. You just want the smoke.
Yeah.
But you don't want it from another rapper. You want it from fans and from people.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Listen to what he said. Now, I don't necessarily agree with this. But I don't it's one of those things. He says, every dude who touched a boob or booty getting me too'd. Facts. Mm-hmm. I think it needed to happen. Me Too needed to happen. But two, I think with those who have legitimately been victimized, there are those who want to play the victim.
Yes.
There are those who want to bring up false charges.
She's so right. Yes, there were people who were truly victimized. Yes. But then there were ones who wanted to be the victim. And that's the people that took the Me Too movement and ruined it. They ruined it for everybody. She's so right about that. Oh my gosh. Her and I, we agree more than we like to admit, especially when we're in talks together. When we're talking together, it's like, she always says, whoa, a liberal and a conservative agreeing. And it's true, we do. Okay, let's get back into it.
And you have both. It's not either or, it's both. And so I get that, but he says, what do you expect from the kids who went to Hooters after school? Yeah. Well, regardless of what you've done, regardless of where you've been, regardless of your upbringing, come on. There's no excuse. There's no excuse to assault a woman. Zero. There's zero excuses.
No, exactly.
And then he says, we're all triggered and defensive. We're all racist and we're sexist. We all grew up watching South Park. That part is a bar, and that's fact. Yeah. I mean, come on. South Park just nails it. I mean, not just South Park, but we grew up with Married with Children.
Oh,
with Al Bundy. Bundy. Come on. How are we?
I forgot about Married with Children with Al Bundy. My comment and my reaction was we grew up on All in the Family. Archie Bunker. And if anybody can be racist and the same things that he said, I mean, how can we be offended with that? But yeah, I forgot about Married with Children. Yeah, Al Bundy. Yeah, okay.
Married with Children with Al Bundy.
Yeah.
You know? Come on. How are we so offended? And then, now being fat is beautiful. Hey, I think people are beautiful. I don't think beauty's based on the outward. I think it's based on the inside. You can be young, old, skinny, thin, obese, not obese. I think beauty is a characteristic trait, not necessarily a physical trait. Yes, there are people who are physically beautiful, people who are not physically beautiful, but you can be physically beautiful and not be a beautiful person. And so, there's my thoughts on that.
Here's where her and I are going to disagree. I'm fat, as I've told you guys day one. But I don't want to flaunt that. I don't want to flaunt the fact that I'm fat. For one, I know it's not healthy. It's not anything I can help. I'm in a wheelchair. It's not like I can get up and exercise. I can do exercises, but nothing that's going to make my stomach smaller than what it is. So I'm not one to flaunt it. Do I think I'm beautiful? Yeah, I think I'm a very beautiful person when you get to know me. But yeah, I just want, if you are young and healthy, meaning you can exercise, you can watch what you eat, so on and so forth. I'm that person, but I am not going to be, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see you flaunt it in bra commercials and in tampon commercials and whatnot. That's just me. That's who I am. But, you know, her and I will agree to disagree on this part. So, okay.
Man crucified for having an opinion. That's a fact. That's a fact. And here's the thing. I have my opinions, you have yours, right? Yep. I wonder how many people are going to crucify me for my opinions that are different. Which aren't much different, actually. So, there's that.
To expect from the kids who went to Hooters after school. We're all triggered and defensive, we're all racist and we're sexist. We all grew up watching South Park. How are we offended? Now being fat is beautiful. Name a thing that you can't do. Jumping jacks, run a mile, live past 42. Man, it used to be cool to just flip a bird to the system, and now it's trendy to be triggered and pretend you're a victim. It's my race, it's my weight, it's because I'm a Christian. I hate the internet and anyone who has an opinion. And everybody angry if you say white. Okay, fine. Pass me the brush and I'll paint my face to the shades right. Let's talk about abortion. Sorry, tell me how this works. Bacteria is life on Mars, but a heartbeat isn't life on Earth. Abortion. Sorry, tell me how this works. Bacteria is life on Mars, but a heartbeat isn't life on Earth. Weird.
Okay, I just want to say I have been waiting for her reaction to this bar. I've been waiting. I've been waiting. So let's see what she says. Oh,
Tom. Tom. There's no middle ground with you.
No.
You have to pick a side with Tom. Oh man, let's break this down. Okay. It used to be cool just to flip the bird to the system. Now it's trained to be triggered and pretend you're a victim. Facts.
Yeah.
Absolutely facts.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's facts.
Yeah.
It's my race. It's my weight. It's because I'm a Christian. I hate the internet and anyone who has an opinion. I understand. If you listen to the stats around the world, more Christians have been persecuted in the last, let's say, 25 years than in all of Christianity history. With that said, we don't see the persecution that's talked about as much here. Yes, there are shootings in churches. Yes, there's some persecution that happens. I get persecuted as a Christian who's inclusive. That, you know, even saying this now, watch my comment section. I'm have people calling me out. You can't be a woman pastor. You can't be inclusive. You're a heretic. Blah blah blah. All that stuff's gonna happen. That's fine. You know, but the persecution is more like, you know, I talk to people and I'm like, listen, They're like, I got persecuted today. Really? What happened? I told someone about Jesus and they rolled their eyes at me. And I'm like, that's not persecution. They have a different opinion. Yeah. That's not persecution.
Yeah.
Having someone who challenges where you're at is not persecution. Persecution is being, attacked literally. So there's my thought on that. It says, I hate the internet. Okay. And everyone is angry if you say white. Oh, and he did something here. I want to look at this. Oh, he did. He went with a darker shade. Breaking social justice words outrage. Multiple complaints of a garbage. Dude, he is a troll. Wait, what's his headband say? Caution. And then the last talking point. Oh, okay. Let's talk about abortion.
Yeah, here we go.
Sorry, tell me how this works. I mean, bacteria is life on Mars, but a heartbeat isn't life on Earth.
Yeah.
What are you going to say to that?
Yeah.
What are you going to say to that?
Yeah.
Okay? Listen, I've already told you where I stand on abortion. This is where I stand. It should not be the government's choice. It should be the choice between the doctor and the family.
Yeah.
Okay? Because in my opinion, I could never have an abortion myself. I couldn't do it. I do believe, even as a liberal, because I'm a Christian too, that I believe that I believe in the sanctity of life. I believe that all life is valuable. That's where I'm at. With that said, it's not my job as an American, as a free person who has rights. It's not my job to go to another American who's a free person and who has rights and say, you can't do this when it comes to abortion. Because there are, and I understand the arguments are there and we've gone through, because there are exceptions. Obviously, rape, incest, assault, medical conditions, the health of the mother, all of these arguments. I think even most hog family would agree with me. Maybe not all, but most hog family that the government needs to have less control in people's lives, not more control.
Yeah.
So I think we need to keep it out of the government, leave it between the doctor and the patient. And obviously, if you're anti-abortion or if you're pro-abortion, share your opinions, share your thoughts, share your talking points. But at the end of the day, it should not be the government's control. That's my personal thing.
Yeah.
And because I am not personally, I couldn't have, and I do believe I could not have an abortion. I do believe there's life. This whole statement that he said here about, let's talk about abortion. A bacteria is life on Mars. Okay, if it's life on Mars, then bacteria is life here. A heartbeat's not life on Earth. I mean, that's an incredible talking point. Incredible.
Sorry, tell me how this works. Bacteria is life on Mars, but a heartbeat isn't life on Earth? Weird.
Y'all so stupid. Why are y'all so stupid? Get better problems, I swear to God that y'all want them. Y'all so dumb. People so stupid. People so dumb. People so boo-hoo, wah, wah, wah. Get better issues, we're gonna run out of tissues. It's so dumb.
I'm a hater.
Okay, so let's talk about this hook. Listen, I say every single person on planet Earth has had moments when they were stupid.
Yeah.
Me included.
Yeah.
There are times when our pride is offended and we get arrogant, and that's stupid. There are times when we argue that we're right when we know we're wrong, and that's stupid. Not everybody is stupid all the time either. So
no.
I mean, there's a point there. So when he says y'all are so stupid, listen, we all have tendencies to be stupid.
She's right.
We're gonna run out of tissues. It's so dumb.
I'm a hater because I can't relate to gay pride. Call me homophobic because I don't want to date guys. K-tight. I, for one, am not surprised the world declined along the way. Give trophies to children for losing just because they decide to play. We exercise our right to vote and hate the politicians. Ay, this is a democracy. It's partly your decision. Ay, this is weird. Feels like this a different year. If I identify as a female, then when my balls and penis disappear, children want...
He is not holding back on this one. Oh, first of all, let me say the beat is fire. The beat is fire.
Yeah.
But let's break this down. I'm a hater because I can't relate to gay pride. Call me homophobic because I don't want to date guys. Listen very carefully. You're not homophobic if you don't want to date guys. I've never liked that argument. If you're not attracted to trans women, if you're not attracted to gay, lesbians, then you're homophobic. That's stupid. That's stupid. You're attracted to who you're attracted to. That's all it is. Stupid argument. Okay. I'm not surprised the world declined along the way, giving trophies to children for losing just because they decided to play. Yeah, participation trophies. I've never understood that either, because I think there's an element that you have to have some kind of competition, first place,
Yeah.
second place. When I was a kid, I think what they did is they got trophies for like first, second, third, and then it wasn't participation trophies, but it was like we got a ribbon for participating.
Really?
That's what we got. We exercise our rights to vote.
Okay, I'm kind of surprised that she said they got ribbons for participating. We didn't. I'm kind of surprised that she said that, but I mean, I know we've talked about participation trophies before, and I know how she feels about that, but I had never heard the story about the ribbons, so okay, well, let's get back into it.
Then hate the politicians. I mean, that's all of us. This democracy, it's partly your decision, absolutely right. It feels like a different year. Oh, if I identify as female, will my balls and penis disappear? I mean, if you identify and you are trans and it's a real thing and you go through with the proper medical things, yeah, those things can disappear. So, yeah, it is what it is. And I know people, like the trans debate is the hot topic today. And I know people are like, oh, here goes the liberal talking point. Listen, I believe trans people exist. Biologically, I don't think that their biological elements change. So a trans woman is a biological male, a trans man is a biological female. That's fact. But I can honor and respect and absolutely affirm and a transgender person. I have no problem with that. My problem is, and what I struggle with, is when you have someone who is saying they're trans, and we'll use a trans woman in this case, who has a full beard, does not want to go through the medical transition process, has hairy legs, and really is a cross-dresser claiming to be trans, because I think that's where the problem is, because now you have all of these, what we call woke people, hijacking what so many legitimate trans people have, where no matter where you land on their biology is one thing. That's fine. We're not going to argue biology, because biology is biology, okay? You can call a trans person what you want to call them. I don't care. But they do exist. They should have the same rights as everybody else. And the woke's got to quit hijacking this movement, because it's actually destroying the grounds that these people have made. And I believe I have no problem with trans people.
Okay, she just brought up a point that I had forgotten about. She said that really that's a cross-dresser. That's not a trans person. And I forgot about that. That was a good point. See, she's smart. A lot of times I really listen to what she says because she's got good points. But yeah, there's a difference between a trans person and a cross-dresser. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay.
I love my trans brothers and sisters. I love my LGBTQI brothers and sisters. I love my queer brothers and sisters, my intersex. I love them all because, love God, love people. That's how it is. Let's see how much hate I get for my opinion on this one. Let's go.
Feels like this a different year. If I identify as a female, then when my balls and penis disappear. Children want a gender switch and hating men is feminist. Depression and anxiety are trendy. We're too sensitive. Invented 80 genders. Mad the world is not accepting it. Then gave them more attention than normal women and men can get. What a contradiction.
All right, let's go to this one. Let's break it down. Children want a gender switch and hating men as feminists. Okay, that's another controversial issue. And I've been back and forth on this. And you guys are going to hate me. I don't care. You guys might love me. I don't care. My first stance where I stood was it's between the parents, the doctor, and the child.
Okay.
That's my first stance. And this is why this was where I stood. I believe that puberty blockers were okay. I know that there's some problems with it, so hear me out first. But at the end of the day, I don't want nobody telling me how to raise my kids. You don't want nobody telling you how to raise your kids. I believe I'm the best person to raise my kids. You believe you're the best person to raise your kids. We got to get, if we have that rights for ourselves, we got to give that rights to those who have those alternative families. Okay? What did he say? He said, children want a gender switch. Now, with that said, I do not believe any child should have irreversible surgeries.
Yep.
I don't care if it's a trans surgery or if it's even a non-trans surgery. I don't believe a child should have a boob job if they're non-trans, if they're just a straight person. Because I think those things, it sets up a very dangerous element.
Yeah.
But again, going to the other side, it's not my job to decide what's best for your family. It's your job to decide what's best for your family. It's my job to decide what's best for mine. It really is. So that's kind of where I go back and forth on this. I know many families as a pastor who have children who are on the LGBTQI spectrum who have many times tried to commit suicide. And the families love their children so much, will do anything. They're trying to do the right thing. And they're doing all the research they can to make sure that they're putting their kids through the right process for the greatest help. And I respect that. I respect that. On the flip side, that's why I go back and forth. Those who just have kids to prove a point. I think there was one person that I saw on TikTok, and it really upset me because I'm inclusive, and I think it's a bad representation for those of us who are more moderate inclusive. It was a trans person, obviously a male, you could just tell, and not trying to be trans, just taking the title and says they wanted to get a uterus just so they can get an abortion. And I'm just like,
what?
Yeah.
What?
We don't need that. We don't. That whole thing can go away. I don't. That's the stupid people, in my opinion. Anyways, tangent done.
People so stupid.
Said invented 80 genders. Now the world is not accepting. Yeah, you know, I don't believe there's 80 genders. I believe there's male and female. And if someone wants to identify as non-binary, I will honor that. I'm not gonna. I have limits, but if you have a reasonable thing like, hey, I'm gender, I don't want to be referred to as gender neutral, I have no problem doing that. But if you want me to recognize your pronouns as, you know, something that's super far-fetched ridiculous, I mean, there's a line for me.
Yeah.
I know your guys's, not your guys's. There's many people whose line is, no, my line is male and female. That's fine. You do you. I do me. You know, I'm not going to slam you for your line. Don't slam me for mine.
Yeah.
And then he says they gave them more attention than normal women and mimic. Yeah. And here's the thing. I think a lot of the attention is politically motivated. Like, the LGBTQI has been a political hot topic for the last, 8 years. And so, I mean, it's going to get the attention. And once this thing fades and goes away, it'll be something else that will do it. So, and everybody talks about it, not just LGBTQI. A lot of non-LGBTQI bring it up. Bring it all the time. So, there's that. Tangent over. Let's listen to Tom. Mr. Controversial.
Mad the world is not accepting it, then gave them more attention than normal women and men can get. What a contradiction, being human is so tragic. Focus on minorities, ignoring all the masses. Hallelujah, everyone. Activism saved the planet. No more plastic straws and paper, just paper straws wrapped in plastic. Congratulations.
I mean, okay. Tom does not care about the controversy. All right, what a controversy. Being human is so tragic. And that reminds me of what people said. They would rather have, they'd have no problem with a human being dying, but if an animal died, it's so tragic to them. I have a problem with that. I think people are valued, regardless of the land. Focus on minority.
I'm just going to say here, because I'm recording this video after the Trump rally, you know, a lot of people got lost on the fact that Corey lost his life. A lot of people are lost on that fact. And that breaks my heart. Because a man lost his life. He lost his life. People just don't value human life anymore. They don't value human life. Okay, let's get back into it.
Minorities ignoring all the masses. I know some do that. I absolutely know there's some do that. But with that said, from my angle, I think minorities should be highlighted. When there's a group of people that are being systematically and I'm not talking about systematically. We're not talking about what life movement in this moment, but just people who are systematically targeted. For example, for me, when I go over to when I go to India, you have a caste system where there's 160 million Dalits. They're the lowest caste, and they are targeted. I think they should be highlighted, recognized, that we should get the masses to come together to stop the assault of those minorities who are being assaulted, who don't have a voice for themselves. So that I agree with. Sorry, I disagree with Tom on, and this is what I think. I don't think it's neglecting the masses. I think it's highlighting in hopes of getting the masses on board. That's the first one. What else do you say? Hallelujah, everyone, activism, save the planet. Okay, no more plastic straws in paper, just paper straws wrapped. I mean, it's not even that. I mean, it's a great bar, by the way, but this is my problem with that, because you get rid of plastic straws, and you put your liquid in a plastic cup, and I'm just like, there's more plastic in the cup than in the straw.
She's right. I've never even thought of that. Yes. Yeah. Wow. I never even thought of that. Yeah, you get a paper straw, but then the cups it's in is plastic. Wow, I never even thought of that. That's a good point. Wow. See, this is what happens when you sit and you listen to somebody who has a different point than you do. I'm not saying you agree with them, but you listen to what they have to say and actually listen. You can learn. You can get a different point of view. She's so smart this way. Anyway.
However, I understand save the turtles. I get that. But
Save the turtles.
There's got to be a middle ground somewhere. Instead of the bickering we got to find a compromise. You know? Maybe less plastic, but I mean, everything has plastic in it.
Yeah.
Everything has plastic in it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Come on, Tom. Speak your controversial man hurts feelings. He seriously does not care. I mean, there you go. There it is. He does not care.
Yeah, he does.
And that's the thing. I don't care either. If I hurt your feelings, I'm not trying to. I want to honor and give you some respect, but if you're hurt at the end of the day, if you're offended by what I do or say, listen, you're the only one that can control you. If you walk around triggered, or let's say I walked around triggered, let's say you triggered me, and you came into the room with me, I'm going to be upset. Now, I don't want to be upset, so I'm not going to let you trigger me. So don't let people trigger you either.
Activism save the planet. No more plastic straws and paper, just paper straws wrapped in plastic. Congratulations.
Y'all so stupid. Why are y'all so stupid? Get better problems, I swear to God that y'all want them. Y'all so dumb. People so stupid. People so dumb. People so boo-hoo. Wah. Get better issues, we're gonna run out of tissues. It's so dumb.
Look, I get it, it's like the world is going crazy. Seems like a school shooting happens almost daily. The racism, rape culture, hatred that we're facing is way too ingrained for our hashtags to change it. We've become so lazy and complacent, afraid of our generation. We think activism's Instagramming memes and complaining it's a problem when there's actually actions you could be taking, but you're triggered, so you just cry like a baby.
Yeah.
That's everything he just said there. I agree with.
Yeah, me too.
People bark really loud on socials, but they're not out there doing something.
Yeah.
You know, and people come against me and I'm like, listen, I'm out there doing my part.
Yeah.
I'm out there going to these third world countries trying to do my part. And people get offended that I go. Like, it's not your job to get people out of slavery. You're appropriating their culture. No, I'm freeing families that should not be in slavery out of slavery. Literally, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
You know? And if you're gonna bark, then you should be doing something. And especially those who...
Let me just say about Amy. She backs up what she says. That is what she does. She goes to these third world countries and gets these people out of a situation that they're in. And yeah, like she said, a lot of people get upset with her, but they're human. They're human. They're human. I mean, at the end of the day, they're human.
come against me. I can't believe you're a liberal. I'm like, do you vote? No. Then you have no say in what I do. Even if you did vote, you have no say in what I do. I'm following my convictions.
Yeah.
You got to follow your convictions. You got to follow through. If you want real change, you got to get out there and make a change. Be the change you want. That's what we say there. Be the change you want to see. Be it. Brilliant. Brilliant. I actually like this song. Controversial. The beat's fire. The cadence is great. The bars, he's got a couple bars in there. Go Tom.
Life's so stupid. Fire, y'all so stupid. Get better problems, I swear to God that y'all want them, y'all so dumb. People so stupid, people so dumb. People so boo-hoo, wah. Get better issues, we're gonna run out of tissues, it's so dumb.
Nova hits it out of the park.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Kudos, Nova. Yeah, so controversial, you know, people are stupid, or people so stupid, I should say. I still believe that if we could find a way to disarm our emotions, come to the table with our logic and where we land and why we land where we land, try to put ourselves in that other person's shoe, that we can go a long ways, that we can find middle ground. I believe that. I believe that.
Let me just say,
My whole heart.
let me just say, that is one thing I have learned from Amy. That is the biggest thing that I have learned from her, is just come to the table. Just come to the table. Disarm yourself. I will disarm myself. And let's sit down and talk. That's what this country needs right now. We need to come together as a country and just sit down and talk. Talk. And I'm not saying fight. I'm not saying scream. I'm not saying holler. I'm saying talk. Listen. Listen to the other side. And when I say listen, I mean listen. You don't have to. When Amy's talking to me, I don't have to believe what she's saying. I don't have to go, oh yeah, I agree. Yeah, I changed my total philosophy on life. No, but I'm going to listen to her. I'm going to listen to what she has to say. And then I'm going to try to compromise. If we could just try to compromise on a situation or just really listen to each other. And I just think we could make a change. And I don't understand why people, like she says, come to the table and disarm yourself. I don't know why people won't do that. I grew up in a home that very extreme right, very. The part about abortion, it was abortion is not right in any situation. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the wife is going to die, because God will save her if she's meant to be saved. You know, it was the whole extreme right thought. And I guess I just feel there is an exception to every rule. And, you know, I mean, I was the person that said, let's come to the table and sit down and talk with each other. And the way I grew up, it was, no, we're not going to talk because this is what we believe in and we're right because we have God on our side. You know, whatever. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, this is my reaction to Amy for her reaction to People So Stupid. I love this woman. Please, please, please. I know I only have like 800 subscribers, but please go over and show her some love and watch some of her other videos and comment on them and subscribe to her page. She's got a really hefty goal. You know, she was saying, I want to get 10,000 by the end of the month. And I'm like, well, shit, I'd like to get 1,000 by the end of the year. She's got a very lofty goal. And please just go show her some love and respect and really listen to what she has to say. You don't have to agree with everything that she says, but just really listen to what she has to say. And hopefully her and I can be the example of what it's like when you have a liberal and a conservative come together and sit down and talk and really listen to each other. So that's it for today. You guys, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like I said, I'm trying to get 1,000 subscribers as soon as I can so that I can interview Brandon Hart. That's going to be my party celebration. So please, 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 please subscribe. And that's it for today. And you know what? Whether you're a liberal or you're a conservative, at the end of the day, I love you guys. Have a great rest of the day. Bye.